Hi, this is Linda. Welcome to Escaping My Fairy Tale, episode number 7. Proverbs 16:9 says, "The mind of man plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps." I have found that to be true. I wrote a fairy tale. I tried hard to make it true and ignored the agony I was in order to make my fairy tale true, which didn't work. Every fairy tale begins with promises, a castle, a prince, a story that was meant to last forever. I believed in that dream. I built my life around it. But the story I was living was not the story I was writing. Behind the pages, betrayal was being written in secret ink. My fairy tale went up in flames. The walls I thought would protect me crumbled, stone by stone, until I stood in the wreckage of everything I thought was real. But in the ruins, I lifted my eyes, and there I saw the lion, the presence of God, waiting to lead me out of the ashes and into His truth. This is Escaping My Fairy Tale. Welcome to my story, and maybe to yours. Every story begins with a dream. Mine began with a fairy tale. A husband, a home, 6 children with laughter in their lungs and light in their eyes. I believed if I loved enough, prayed enough, forgave enough, that love would conquer everything. But what I didn't know was that sometimes the fairy tale is the mask the enemy wears to keep you from seeing the truth. I spent decades trying to be the woman who could hold it all together. The faithful wife, the devoted mother, the peacemaker, the believer. When things fell apart, I thought it was because I had failed. But I see now, it wasn't failure. It was revelation. The dream I clung to had to die so that I could finally live. God wasn't punishing me. He was rescuing me. He tore down the illusion that love meant staying quiet, that submission meant to erase yourself, that forgiveness meant tolerating sin. He met me in the rubble, in the sleepless nights, the panic in my chest, the tears on my children's faces. He whispered, "Daughter, you are not what they say you are. You are not crazy. You are not hard-hearted. You are mine." I used to think God wanted to fix my fairy tale. Now I know He wanted to rewrite it. This isn't the ending, it's the beginning. The breaking was not the destruction of my story, it was the birth of it. Because when every tower fell and every mask shattered, I found something far more beautiful than happily ever after. I found truth. I found peace. I found God. If any of this spoke to you today, I hope you'll stay with me. I'm so glad you're here, and walking out of betrayal and harm and abuse is not easy. So I hope you stay with me on this journey as we walk through those castle walls together. See you next time.